Hello and welcome to the Powerboost meditation. Today, let us experiment with the theme interest in the invisible. Interest in the invisible. We all know that there are two dimensions of our experience of this life. One is the visible dimension, the dimension that can be seen through the physical eyes, that can be experienced through the sense organs, that really belongs to the physical story. And the other is the invisible dimension, the dimension of the soul, the dimension where the truth lies, the dimension of the divine. And so we also realize that our experience in meditation is dependent on our experience of this invisible dimension. So meditation is nothing but contemplating, experiencing this invisible dimension of truth. So meditation depends on my attention. If my attention is more often pulled into the physical world, physical dimension, through the sense organs of this body, then wherever the attention goes, that's where the energy flows. And so the more my attention is on the invisible, the more it will be easier for me to experience meditation. And if I ask myself, what is it that dictates where my attention goes? And the answer to it is my interest. If I'm interested in something, my attention will go there. And so do I really have interest in the invisible dimension? If my interest lies in the visible dimension, then my experience of the invisible will always be a struggle. It will be a battle. And so if I again ask myself, what is it that dictates my interest? And that's the recognition. If I have recognized something to be true, if I have recognized something to be important to me, then that'll take my interest automatically. If I have recognized something to be false, if I have recognized it to be an illusion, automatically I won't be interested in it. And so meditation is dictated by my attention. Attention depends on my interest, and my interest depends on my recognition. And so once I've recognized the truth of who I really am, the truth of what is really mine, the truth of what I'm not and what is not mine, the truth that I am a being of light, an eternal being, playing a role, a temporary part in this physical dimension. Once I've recognized that whatever is visible is temporary, whatever is visible is constantly changing, whatever is visible is there today, it will change tomorrow. So once I've recognized the truth, then even whilst playing my part on the stage of life, my attention will always be on that which is true. My attention will always be on the soul that I am, the soul that everyone else is. My attention will always be on the real diamond behind the mask. And the more that attention becomes very natural, then the experience in meditation also becomes very easy and natural for me. And so meditation is not about struggling to shift from the visible to the invisible, but it's actually recognizing the truth of the invisible, the being, the soul. And that recognition creates a natural interest. So a very easy way to stay in my state of self-respect, to be myself, is to just recognize the truth and have interest in the invisible. Once I realize that everything that is visible is held by the invisible, once I recognize that this body made up of so many visible elements, matter, everything is held by the invisible soul. Once the soul departs, this body just decomposes. Once I recognize that reality lies in the invisible, without the invisible seed, the visible tree cannot grow. Once I realize that the divine, the seed of the entire human world, is the source of all goodness, of all peace, love, truth. And the energy of the divine is holding this entire human existence. Then naturally my attention and my experience of the divine becomes very easy and real. So let us spend a few moments cultivating interest in the invisible by recognizing the truth. As we sit comfortably and relax ourselves, we realize that the invisible dimension of truth holds the visible world. The invisible soul that I am, my presence, holds this physical body, the instrument made up of visible matter. I realize that everything that is in this visible world is held by the invisible. I realize that reality, truth, lies in the invisible. Everything that is visible constantly changes. Everything that is visible is part of the story. I realize that the invisible dimension holds importance for me, because I, the being, the soul, I am invisible. The divine, with whom I have all relationships, is invisible. My home, the dimension of truth, is invisible. With this recognition, let me drop the story, drop the visible world for a few moments as I go beyond and experience the invisible in my home of light, where I, the being, live in complete security, completely free from any needs, any desires, where I, the being, live in absolute stillness with the divine. And my beautiful family of souls. This is the truth. This is all that there is. Everything else is unimportant. I naturally pay attention. I naturally have interest in the invisible, because this is where the reality lies. This is where everything exists. This is where my world is. I've come beyond the physical dimension. I've dropped the visible to experience the invisible. I stay here in the invisible, in the company of the divine, in a very natural way. I have interest in the invisible and disinterest in the visible. I spend a few more moments here soaking in the presence of the divine, soaking in my truth. There is nothing to struggle. This experience is natural. This is where the truth lies. My ultimate security is in being myself, wrapped up in the loving presence of the divine. I stay here in this dimension of truth. And gently, as I return back to the visible world, I come back carrying the truth within me. And as I play my part in this drama of life, I have disinterest in the visible an interest in the invisible. This allows me to be myself in a very real and natural way. Om Shanti. Thank you.